This year has not been good, and that's just putting it lightly. I know we've just had a banger of an F1 championship finale, and the championship literally came down to just one separate position. But in terms of like the actual racing realm itself, it's it's just not a good year, man. Of course, in horse racing, we had the deaths of Ron Turcotte and D. Wayne Lucas, which is already bad enough. It's definitely not going to be the same without them. And then later on, we had the passings of Ozzy Osbourne. I'm still haven't gotten over Ozzy Osbourne. I am still pretty depressed about it. I am a big fan of some of his songs, and I don't think I'll ever get over him. It's again terrible. And now we've had the passings of Michael Annett and Greg Biffle. If you haven't heard, there was a plane crash in North Carolina, and Greg Biffle and multiple other family members, including his wife and two kids, were on board. And Greg Biffle and his family were pronounced dead. So, it's once again I just hate having to go through this all over again. These are people that I grew up watching on TV, and Greg Biffle especially was just an awesome person to not just racing but his community itself. He's done a lot of great things for donations and relief effort for hurricane disaster relief, and it's not going to be the same without him. So if anyone from the families of Michael and Greg Biffle are watching, I hope all of y'all are doing okay, and it's not going to be the same without them around anymore, even for myself. But with that in mind, I'm going to try to get through this video anyway. Formula One returning to Portugal, and some concerns regarding the Milan 2026 Winter Olympics. So we finally have breaking news from Formula One in terms of the 2027 schedule and beyond. Portugal, more specifically the Algarve International Circuit in Portimao, will be making its return in 2027. Here's some more stuff from the article in case you guys want to read it, but basically, the track has only hosted Formula One twice. That was in 2020 and 2021 because of COVID. And a lot of fans actually really like the track and really want it back. I gotta say, playing the F1 games, it definitely offers a very fun lap, a lot of elevation, some good passing opportunities, I'll say. I think it'll do good there. I think the only questionable thing about the circuit is because all the DRS opportunities happen at the very beginning of the lap. So I don't know if there will be a lot of passing going on later on in terms of like maybe sector 3. What else was there? 2020. I don't know if it's just because that race was the first time they ever raced there, but that race was definitely freaking exciting to watch. And then 2021, Lewis Hamilton did break Michael Schumacher's record of race wins in Formula One, got his 92nd career victory there. Only thing is, the race definitely wasn't that good. It was pretty much a snoozer all throughout. So, again, how the racing will handle in the later parts of the circuit after both DRS zones are passed is definitely up to question. I know though with the 2026 regulations there will be no DRS anymore. It'll instead be active aero. If you want to do more research on that and how that works, go ahead and do that yourself. But I hope with whatever advancements they're going for, like reducing aero wash and just everything else, I hope it works out because if they can nail that down, I'm definitely sure this track will be one of the best on the calendar. Unfortunately now, there is some pretty unfortunate news coming from the Olympics this time, and it has to do with the 2026 Winter Olympics being held in Milan. For 7 or 8 years now, Milan has had their bid approved for the Winter Olympics.
They beat Stockholm, who has, I think, now lost at least 3 times trying to bid for the Winter Olympics. But maybe the IOC is really regretting their decision because the arena that they're building for the Winter Olympics, for some reason, still isn't ready. And even worse, there's not even a plan B if this arena is not ready. This arena is supposed to be 16,000 people and was supposed to have a test event coming up soon, but it looks like it's going to be pushed back to January 9th through the 11th. And the Olympic ice hockey matches are supposed to start in less than a month after that. Yet the arena, for some reason, is still under construction and not ready. The Chief Games Operations Officer, Andrea Francisi, has said to the press that there's no other venue that can hold Olympic ice hockey. I was hoping that they can at least go to Turin. Of course, they hosted the Winter Olympics in Italy in 2006. But I guess for whatever reason they can't do that. And the NHL is even saying that if this arena is not ready and is not up to spec for the players, they will not send their athletes over there. Meaning that for the third straight time, we will not have NHL players playing ice hockey at the Olympics. And let me just say, I have been pissed off with the Olympics for a while now. And I know it's weird for me to say because I'm a huge Olympics fanatic. COVID has encouraged me to watch the Olympics pretty much full time whenever it comes around. I literally watched 175 separate events during the 2020 Summer Olympics, or should I say 21, because they had to push it back a year. Almost 100 winter events during the 2022 Olympics. And then in 2024, believe it or not, I watched over 500 individual events. And yet, even with all the talk going on about Olympics not being sustainable, too much overspending, and just in general lack of interest now, for some reason the Olympics haven't learned their damn lesson and are going after host cities that aren't ready and are having to build all these venues because they don't have venues that already exist. And once again, the Olympics is becoming a freaking joke. Sorry, my throat is a bit bad. But again, if the Olympics cannot get this figured out and don't get the venue ready, the 2026 Olympics is going to be a complete freaking joke. And I cannot tell you how pissed I'm going to be. Hockey is without a doubt one of my favorite winter sports, and I always look forward to it now. Ever since I started watching the Olympics full time, pretty much laughing their butts off, reading and listening to all of this. Of course, there's probably going to be daily announcements and updates on the venue itself. But it's not just getting the venue itself ready. It's about the ice being up to spec as well, because the initial pictures being taken inside showed that the ice wasn't actually up to NHL spec. The rink was too small. That should say it all. So yeah, Olympics, figure this out or we're going to have problems. Thank you all for watching. Sorry I had to do a rant against the IOC, but I am honestly getting really sick of it up here. If you want to see more updates on Formula 1 and the Olympics, please like and subscribe. It'll mean a lot to the channel, and I'll see you all another time.